Hello, this is John Arnett signing in, and welcome to a segment that I would like to call Video Game Discussions. In this segment, I am going to talk about underrated games which I really like, but a lot of people don't like. Today, I'll be talking about Chipper and Sons Lumber Company by Scott Cawthon. Scott Cawthon is a very popular indie game developer for making the ever popular Five Nights at Freddy's series. Chipper and Sons Lumber Company is one of the many games that he has made before he made Five Nights at Freddy's. And actually, it is one of the most known games he's made before Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's still pretty unknown to many people. I mean, it's known, but many people think it's a pile of trash because, when it was released, Chipper and Sons Lumber Company was heavily panned by critics for its art style, saying the characters look more like animatronics than actual animals. This is actually what inspired Scott Cawthon to make Five Nights at Freddy's around animatronics, if you didn't know that. Fun fact in there for you. Anyway, back to the discussion at hand. Chipper and Sons Lumber Company is a pretty underrated game. Many people just write it off as a lackluster game with weird graphics. But actually, I think the graphics are pretty charming. They bring back that kind of cartoony feel that modern day games, besides Nintendo games, have seemed to abandon as systems get more HD and graphical capabilities increase. So I really like the graphics of this game. Makes you feel warm inside. Anyway, the gameplay is pretty standard. You control Mr. Chipper's son. Well, Mr. Chipper is the owner of a lumber company, and you play as his son. He handed the work on the lumber company down to you, and you were going to carry it through the generations and stuff. Anyway, you play as Mr. Chipper's son. I already explained that. And along the way, you meet many different characters like Mr. King Termite Man and those strange creatures under the bridge and Sea Bill, I believe his name is, and many other quirky characters that really make the game feel pretty fun in my opinion. Characters all have quirky dialogue and funny. They have this game just has an overall fun and happy feeling to it. Anyway, the gameplay. Sorry, I was getting a bit off track. The gameplay is pretty simple. You move from left to right. You can check your inventory and stuff like that. You can also check plans, which are things you can currently build using equipment. You own as the game progresses. You own more and more land. You can make more and more things like, let's say you can plant trees. You can make lumber bots, which give you even more wood, which you can use to make more things. Anyway, the game keeps getting more and more the things you need to build, the recipes for things you need to build get more and more complicated, and the items you need get more and more hard to get, I guess. But yes, and it really feels really rewarding once you build something you really needed to build. Once you finally find that item, it feels really rewarding in the end. Anyway, as I was saying, now let's get to basically the story, if you can call it that. You're the son of Mr. Chipper, the owner of a lumber company, which I've already explained. He gave it to you because, he's apparently too old, which I don't really think that's plausible. Because he doesn't really look a day over 40, 50. I don't think he's really that old. Though, I can't tell. It's frickin' beaver. Anyway, and you have to go around, collect wood, and make more things. And Mr. Chipper has a really big rivalry with the termites, which, of course he does. He's a beaver. They make stuff out of the woods. Termites eat wood. and you, the King Termite, sees you as a good kid, and he decides to make a partnership with you. So he slips some of his plans into Mr. Chipper's plans so you can build stuff. You can build things to make Mr. King Termite happy, and he gives you termite tokens, which you can use at a shop to buy items that you can use to make other things. Anyway, and that's really all the story is. You just keep building more and more things. I don't think it has an end, but yeah. That's pretty much all I really wanted to say. If you really like strategy games, like kind of like resource management strategy games, I guess, then you'll probably like this. Like, but if you really like other like type like like realistic type graphics, strategy games, like resource management strategy games, like StarCraft or whatever, um, even if you really don't like the graphics for this game, you really should give it a try. Like, at least give it a try. If you don't like it, that's good. If you do, well, I'm glad I introduced you to a new game that you really like. Anyway, this is Johnny Monette, signing out. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video. Please remember to like and subscribe. It would really help the channel out, and it would really make me happy. Anyway, goodbye, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.